Hello everyone and welcome to the Cotswold Bees channel. Now the weather's pretty rubbish out there today, so I thought what we'd do when we can't do any beekeeping, we'd talk about a product of the hive, namely beeswax. And everybody thinks they know what beeswax is. It's this. So here we've got some beeswax that we've actually melted down. You can see it's this lovely yellow colour, and this one needs filtering because it's got some bits in it, but this lovely beeswax that we use for our candles and polish and all sorts of other things. But where does it come from? And actually, more importantly, is this really pure beeswax? Well, the bees use wax to actually build their cells within the hive, and they've got glands on either side of their body. They squeeze the wax out and then they chew it and make it into the hexagons. But what we find is, here's some natural wax, and here's a piece that I actually took off a hive, and you can see here they build it in a nice curve. But here's the pure beeswax, and what you can see is that pure beeswax is pure white. It's actually the same colour as things like paraffin wax and the other waxes. It's the pollen in it that gives it the colour. And here you can see where they've started to put some nectar in, and also they've started to actually have bits of pollen where they've walked over the top, and you can see it's starting to go this yellow colour. So here it is, pure beeswax as it comes out of the bee, and here it is when they start to actually use it. And you can see they've made these beautiful hexagons here, and that's fabulous stuff. So as it gets slightly older, you can see here's another piece, you can see it starts to get yellower. And again, that's the pollen in there. And when we put our frames in the hive, here's a frame that we spun out the other day of honey, and you can see here's all the hexagons there, but you can see it's quite yellow, and the yellow again is pollen that's actually in the beeswax. The brown, by the way, on the side of the frame there, that's actually propolis, and you can see here's the propolis here that they've used to glue the frames in. And finally, just to look at a full frame of honey, this is one, as they say, they prepared earlier. And here we've got a full frame of honey, and this weighs quite a lot. This weighs about 3 pounds, and you can see that they put the beeswax capping over the top. This would have been pure white, and it's now got some pollen in it. So, products of the hive. If you're going to use your beeswax for candles, you want to use the yellower wax. You can melt it down, you can filter it, you can turn it into beeswax candles. Because people expect beeswax candles to be yellow. If it says pure beeswax candles, it's actually beeswax and pollen to make them yellow. With regard to things like cosmetics, if you're going to be producing lip balms or other cosmetics, this white wax, this purer wax, is much better. And you can use that, the cappings wax that actually comes off these. If you're going to spin out your honey, you're going to cut the cappings wax off here, and that makes the best wax for cosmetics, your lip balms, your creams, that sort of thing. There we have it. Beeswax, an absolutely phenomenal product of the hive. We can use it for all sorts of things. Bees have used it for actually building their comb for millions of years, and we come along now and we can use it for things like candles and cosmetics. Honey is not the only product of the hive, we've got wax as well. So whatever you do, don't waste your beeswax. If you're cutting bits off and popping it in a bucket throughout the year, make sure at the end of the year you melt it down and either use it or take it to the bee suppliers and swap it for new foundation. Either way, it's a very, very valuable product, and make sure you don't waste it. Hope you found that interesting. If you did, please give us a like, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It really does help us with our numbers. And until next time, enjoy your bees and your beekeeping, and maybe even enjoy making something out of wax, and we'll see you next time on the Cotswold Bees channel. Bye.